has a dog in it. It has a little yellow dress.
Okay, I just seen that.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Sequoia, good to see you, buddy. I feel like I haven't seen you
You
in
too.
ages.
I know
things?
it's been a while. Good. Just busy with work, like crazy.
Well, that does happen, even though, you know, I think businesses have adapted really well to this work at home situation or whatever variation people are doing.
The thing is, my business, my work is not at home. I'm actually working at the shop, and it's busier than before for some reason. Yeah.
I mean, things move on, right? I mean, and we are loosening restrictions and things like that. I actually just had a conversation with my kid's mom about, you know, okay, what do we want to do now with extended circles and, you know, growing your bubble and all that stuff. So fortunately, we're still all on the same page. But that being said, I saw some other grave statistic about the continued spread of coronavirus. So we all kind of like lost sight of that.
That's happening
for a while, it seems. Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to juggle all of the threats to humanity right now. Like there's no better way to put that, sadly. How's our girl Mickey doing?
She's good. She's hanging out with the other dog. I don't know if you ever saw Utah, the little Jack Russell.
I don't think I saw Utah
a couple of times, but yeah, they're having a blast for the last couple of weeks.
That was like 3 years ago that we were at the gym, so like whatever. I can't remember.
Yep.
Well, we are closing in on the deal for the new location.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, I was there today, and I'm just trying to put everyone. The neighbor is now concerned that we're going to be like a really loud, bro-y, you know, Gold's Gym kind of situation. And he's been there for like 30 years, so he's all nervous. But I had to like assuage everyone's concerns. I was like, okay. And the guy, actually, my realtor or their realtor, was like, yeah, let's stop calling you Sequoia CrossFit and start just referring to you as your business name, as your LLC, which is Sequoia Fitness. And I was like, oh, so you've been seeing the news, huh? And I said, you know, I explained, I was like, we did divest from them. Like, you know, I'm happy to go into depth on that if anybody's actually concerned that we're in any way supporting that guy. But he at least knew about it. But yeah, I had to like explain, like, I had to explain, you know, in a lengthy email. It's like, we're more like a yoga studio with weights than we are like bro-y Gold's Gym. But, you know, that's going to be for our entire, probably for a long time. No one really knows what functional fitness, CrossFit, whatever you want to call it, really is. So that's cool. Yeah. I think we're still going to get it. I think it's just everyone's being nervous Nellies about it. So it's cool.
And it's not like everything is going to change. It's just that name, right?
Yeah. As far as like, you know, your experience is going to be identical. You know, we are moving locations. Like that's definitely going to happen. Well, it's not a done deal, but it's almost a done deal. So moving locations and everything means, you know, we'll just have a new facility, but really it's going to feel the same. You know, we're going to do the same kinds of classes. We've got the same instructors, like it's the same methodologies. It's just, we're not going to license the name anymore from CrossFit and send any more money to that organization. I think that they're trying to take steps in the right direction. I am, you know, Glassman did step down and they put in someone else. But it's not, I don't think it's yet enough. I don't know if anything will be enough.
No.
And frankly, even if they do enough, whatever that is, they're going to have to do, I think I was telling Zena this, they're going to have to do so much more than what was enough in order to bring people back. Because now that we've all drawn this like moral line in the sand, which I still think we did the right thing, they're going to have to do something so good that we're going to want to be a part of it. Not just not be a part of it.
Same thing,
so,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so this was a huge fuck up. huge. And,
right.
you know, it's the power
And
of the
I think
boycott.
they're paying back. They're going to
What's
have
that?
a huge payback for this whole mistake this guy did. Mistake, as he calls it.
I do think it was a mistake. I think it's fair to call it that, but I think that when you've made a mistake like this, you don't get the right to simply say it was a mistake. Even if I think the words that he said in response to what he initially said were accurate, but they weren't the right words. There are other also accurate words, which should have started with, "I'm so incredibly sorry, and I'm going to take steps like this." Not like at that point, you don't defend yourself. You just sit there and you go, "I fucked up. I fucked up big, and I'm super sorry, and I'm going to do everything I can to make this right." But, you know, you can't unring a bell.
Yeah.
So we've adjudicated CrossFit enough. Frankly, I'm so fucking sick of talking about it.
Yeah,
I bet. It's the only thing. It's been my entire focus. I realized today, I was like, oh, I got to change my Twitter over now too. I changed over the Instagram. I changed over the Facebook. Now I'm changing. I have to do some of the back end stuff on Facebook, but I think the forward facing stuff is all fixed. And change the email, change the website.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. It's a lot of. Oh, I got to go to Yelp and Google still. It's just. I mean, we started the business. Technically, it started in 2015. We incorporated in 2015, so it's 5 years of clicks we have to undo. But it's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, guys. So for today, let's talk about our workout. So we've got burpees, dumbbell, push presses, and tuck jumps. Okay. So for the first one is 4 times, 3 rounds per time, starting out with 12 burpees. Try not to knock off your headphones while you do that, and don't forget to jump and clap overhead. We want chest to deck all the way back up. Pretty standard. We do tons of burpees in our world. Okay, 15 dumbbell push presses. So I would pick a medium heavy weight. A dumbbell push press isn't terribly hard, but remember, because we're using dumbbells, everything gets harder than if we were using a barbell. So typically, a barbell push press in a WOD can be just about any weight. I mean, it's super, there's not really like a common standard, like a 95-pound thruster is super standard. So push press, you know, I would probably consider this, what I'm about to do, I got 2 35s. That'll be like a 95-pound push press, which I could crank out a bunch of times. All right, but 70 pounds total, getting those weights overhead. So you can either go hammer style, or you can go more like you're holding a barbell. Doesn't matter to me. Push press. Consider that pause at the top, brace at the top, tight belly, and dip drive into your next rep each time. That's going to save a little bit of time on each one. Remember, we're keeping that chest big, abs tight. Yeah, that's totally fine. You can totally barbell it. We want to make sure that we're not leaning back too much and getting out here into more of a lateral press, but we're really being diligent about keeping those biceps by the ears, creating a straight line from the weight through the wrist, elbow, shoulder, waist, hip, knee, ankle, floor. So that drive in those knees, remember, point of performance on the dip on a push press is that we're bowing those knees out to the sides. We're doing that Oompa Loompa quarter squat just right here. Not a big, huge dip. Okay, we're not squatting to depth. It's just a dip drive. The goal there, if you watch from the side, that when I flare my knees to the outside, my torso is still pumping up and down. If I tend to let those knees come forward, the hip slides forward, and I'm in a little bit lean back position, that starts getting into a lateral push as opposed to a vertical push. It's less efficient, puts more strain on the low back. It's all wrong. Okay, so flare the knees to the outsides, dip, drive, locking out overhead. Okay, so that's 12 reps of the burpees, 15 reps of the push press, and then 21 tuck jumps. We've been doing a lot of plyometrics this week, a lot of jumping. So be careful with your knees, careful with your ankles. Tuck jump, you're just going to slap your kneecaps. Okay, if you're feeling especially bouncy, all right, you don't have to do that double bounce in between. That's fine too. 3 rounds, 12, 15, 21. Cool? Questions, comments, concerns? You guys are rock stars. You know what you're doing. All right. I am going to put, we're running a little early. I don't think this is going to take you more than 15 minutes, but I'm going to put 20 on the clock just so we don't run out of time. This is going to be pretty quick, though. I think, I'm guessing, you know, no pressure, but I'm thinking you guys are going to be done with this in less than 10 minutes. So, away we go. Let me mute you guys so you can crank your own tunes. Perfect. All right. We are starting in 10 seconds. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right, guys, making quick work of things. There's 3 minutes in. Remember, this is just 3 rounds for time, so this is nice and quick. All right, guys, just over 5 minutes into it. Looking good. Looking good for you. Let's make sure that those biceps finish by the ears all the way overhead. Finish that head forward. There you go. That's what I want to see. Coming up on the 7-minute mark. Good job. Good job. Get through those tuck jumps. Very nice. You either fell over or you're done, or both. You're done. All right. Just shy of 8 minutes. Good, good work. Nice, guys. I knew that wouldn't take all 20. Good stuff. Catch your breath.
No, I think you're okay.
Ouch.
Yeah. 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 Have you been able to keep up with workouts and stuff, or have you fallen off that? Or, I mean, not. I know I haven't seen you, but like, have you been doing stuff on your own?
Just doing some weightlifting. Nothing like, you know, CrossFit like moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
That's okay. Hey, frankly, me too. It's hard for me to self-motivate to do a punishing WOD. So, and it's just, you know, it's psychological mostly. Working out by yourself sucks, hence Zoom calls. But so I've been doing I've been keeping up with the weightlifting pretty well, and then trying to really just run. That's been my thing. It's like, I know it serves the dual benefit for me of being outside and getting that sunshine, and also just a good cardiovascular stuff. I feel much, much better, like just psychologically about everything, if I can get a little sun on my skin. Yeah. I've gotten a pretty decent tan, I realize. Like my wife, somebody came over and was like, Jesus, what are you even doing? Like, you look fantastic. And I was like, I feel like shit.
Working in the yard.
Yeah, hey, yard work is great. Yeah, I've got, you can't really see it because I'm wearing longer sleeves, but like I've got like, this part is like, okay, like this is the darkest, and then this is sort of like in between, but then I've got like a real sharp like tank top tan because I'll go run in a tank top. I'm not quite like confident enough for, well, not, you know, we all have body stuff, but like I don't really want to run shirtless right now. So yeah, I'll hit the tanning bed later. Oh, God, can you believe that was a thing? It still is a thing. We still have tanning beds places. All right, kiddos. Let's take a look at part 2 today. 15 minutes of work. You're going to run, you're going to sit up, and you're going to tuck sit. Okay, so running 200 meters, that's going to be about 60 seconds of cardio. Okay, and I did this intentionally. I wanted you to have about a minute of cardio, about a minute of sit-ups. Okay, so 20 sit-ups should take you maybe a minute. Okay, somewhere in there. Okay, and any kind of sit-up is going to be just fine. Typically, we're going to do our ab mat sit-ups. That's what I like best. Okay, so I have my ab mat here, which is probably scalding hot that I've been letting it sit in the sun this whole time. But soles of the feet together, reaching back. Holy crap, that's hot. All the way down, all the way up, shoulders in front of hips. We know those. Okay, so 20 of those. And then I want you to do a 1-minute tuck sit. Kill that little spider here. This isn't too hot. So I'm going to take my jerk blocks here, and I'm bringing them close enough together that I can stand comfortably in between here. I don't want them touching my hips, but I can put my hands straight down. Holy shit, that's hot too. Okay.
On YouTube, people doing them in parallels, which obviously I don't have, but they work on dumbbell handles.
Dumbbell handles would work, would totally work, all right, but those have been sitting in the sun too. These are still highly conductive, but they've at least been inside. So I'd probably, frankly, if I was going to do this, I'd go put on some gloves. I have some good exercise-friendly work gloves that I wear. But we want just palms straight down. You know, you can hold whatever you want, but what we want to really see is locked out elbows. Okay, so we want to see that elbow pit facing forward as opposed to being bent here in the elbow. That's going to load everything into the muscles by locking out and externally rotating the elbow pit facing forward. We're stacking everything on our joints, and we're going to just do a tuck sit. Okay? Now, a tuck sit is going to be a scaled version of an L sit. An L sit is the more challenging version of this, where I'm going to be here, soles of the feet forward. I can only hold it for a few seconds. It's very difficult even for me. It's a hamstring mobility thing, but most of this is midline stability, keeping everything really quiet. So by bringing everything in, as opposed to having your legs totally straight forward, by having everything in, it's a little bit more scaled down. So you should be able to hold a 60-second tuck sit. Okay, now this is going to be made more difficult. You can see I'm already starting to shake. You can hear it in my voice a little bit. It's going to be made more difficult each round by the fact that you'll have done cardio and weakened your abs a little bit or worked your abs a little bit by doing those sit-ups. So this is going to get pretty difficult pretty quickly. So if you need to break up your L sit or your tuck sit, we want you to really, the whole point of that 1 minute is to accumulate 1 minute. Okay, I want you to, so if you go for 10 seconds and you have to drop for 10 seconds, you still have only accumulated 10 seconds. We want you to accumulate a minute each round of your tuck sit. So we're doing, again, 15 minutes, as many rounds as possible, 200-meter run, which should be about a minute, 20 sit-ups, which should be about a minute, and then a minute tuck sit. So there's 3 minutes per round. I'm wanting you to get all 5 rounds. Okay, 5 rounds is our target. Okay, that's our target. So the only part of this where you can really make up time, obviously, if you are really running, Corey, are you inside? I can't really tell from, or you know, garage.
I'm inside of the garage, yeah.
So are you going to do a run?
I got to do an alternative. I can't run.
That's totally fine. So for anyone who's watching this, if you're streaming on Facebook Live or you're watching this later, if you've got a 200-meter run and you can run 200 meters in less than a minute, which is not unheard of, then great, you can make up time there. If you, for everybody doing the sit-ups, that's where everybody could make up time. Getting less than, doing 20 sit-ups in less than 1 minute, you could catch up some time. You've got no choice but to do 1 minute of the tuck sit. Okay, so 5 rounds is our goal. If you're inside, you can't do the run. Of course, we can row if we've got that equipment, but any sort of cardiovascular effort for 1 minute is going to be fine to substitute for your 200-meter run. So you could do double unders. You could do a minute of double unders. Just watch the clock. You could do our mountain climbers. Okay, that's fine. You could do jumping jacks. Okay, that's going to be fine. Right? Anything, it doesn't really matter how many reps you do, as long as you're just doing it, keeping your heart rate going and getting it spiked for 60 seconds. Okay? That makes sense for you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So let me set up our clock for a 15-minute countdown. We got lots of time in class. More than enough today. Don't be surprised if those tuck sits really get difficult, okay? That's going to be a real challenge. Trying to give you a little bit of gymnastic-y stuff, right? So we did L sits last week. We're doing tuck sits this week. Just wait till I get some parallettes for you guys at the gym. Ooh, you're going to hate me. All right, I'm going to mute you, Sequoia, here. Let's make sure. Perfect. All right, starting in 10 seconds. 15 minutes on the clock. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Looking good, guys. Got 12 minutes left. Watch that clock on those holds. Very, very nice. Looking good, guys. Looking good. We are at just under 7 minutes to go. Keep it moving. Lots and lots of rounds here. You're past the halfway point. If your abs are screaming, you're doing it right. 2-minute warning, kiddos. Actually, 90-second warning, excuse me. You are almost through it. Finish this last round nice and strong. One more minute, and you are done. So if you are in that tuck hold like Sequoia, then that is all you're going to do for the remainder of this workout. 45 seconds left. Keep it up. $30 seconds. $10 seconds. Final push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Fantabulous. Very nice, guys. All right, did you get all 5 rounds? Yeah, 4. See? But you can see how that's the stretch goal, right? That's like doing it about as best you can. If you were perfect, you know, yeah, 5 rounds is a fit.
Even do a proper do the sit. I had to put my down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and when you do the math, if you're shooting for 5 rounds, I mean, you guys both said you did 4. You did 80 sit-ups.
What?
I mean, that's not nothing. That's pretty taxing.
I'll take them out in a second. Ah, man, I was shaking
good work.
on that.
And, yeah, those tuck sits are like, it's a good thing it wasn't an L sit. I mean, if it was an L sit, you'd probably be scaling to a tuck sit anyway. Seriously, like most of us, I would too. I suck at those. There's a very good reason why I don't have parallettes already in the gym. You know what I mean by parallettes? I think, Zena, you do.
Yeah,
parallettes are basically,
I know they are.
It's like, yeah, it's
a dip.
It's
right?
almost like the parallel bars. Yeah, but you can use dumbbells, but it's basically, you can build them out of PVC. I've built them a bunch of times for other gyms I've been at. And PVC pipe, and you just make a little like frame and then like a little stand for it so that you can sit on the ground and do these. And you can do like pass-throughs and shoot-throughs, all these stuff. Like really, really good, boring in a way, but really tough movements. And then you can also use them for, if you want to upgrade your handstand push-up, you would do parallel handstand push-ups so that your head is basically, instead of going to the floor, it's going further, so you have a longer range of motion. Yeah, essentially your hand goes to your shoulder. And yeah, I mean, it's a thing. It's a training tool. It's a part of the functional fitness competitive world, but they suck. They fucking suck.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Zena, if you ever feel like you've gotten your handstands down, I know you do a lot of really good, diligent homework on your handstand stuff. Doing a set of DIY parallettes, there's so many instructions online for how to do it. It's literally, I did it for, I think it was like $2 in PVC and glue at a hardware store. It makes one set. They're really, really inexpensive to make. And these
things are pretty cheap too if you want to use these guys.
Yeah. The problem with those is that they're very low. So the other parallettes that we make generally are about this high off the ground, which allows you to do more stuff like shooting through. But doing just handstand holds on parallettes, as opposed to like a handstand push-up even, and as opposed to doing a handstand hold on the floor, it's like worlds apart. It's so difficult because you can't make the same adjustments. It's challenging. So, okay. But then those tuck holds and L holds and stuff like that are great on those. Good stuff. Any plans for the rest of the day for you? Gonna take Mickey for a little walker.
Got to take Mickey out for a walk because she's going crazy, and
I think-
oil change in the car and whatnot.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, it's a beautiful day for it. Give her a big old smooch for me. I can't.
Will do.
I can't wait to see everybody, but I'm
Right over
missing
here,
everyone's
actually.
dogs. Oh, baby.
Mickey. Say goodbye.
And
All right.
Mickey. Oh.
Yeah.
Has she stopped growing? You think she's hit her size now?
She's been at 50 pounds for the past like 3-4 months, so I'm guessing that's it.
It's probably about right.
Yeah.
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 It's a good
Good
size.
stuff.
Any bigger than that, and she's a big dog.
Oh yeah. Already, like when she comes to bed, like the blanket cannot move anywhere else. That's it.
Well, I have the same problem, except I have just 3 smaller ones
A couple of them
that add up to about 50 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, we have the same net dog poundage in our beds. I just spread it out more.
Divided. Nice.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have Ajax, who's probably about 80, maybe 90 pounds.
Wow. And he sleeps in the bed.
He does not sleep in the bed. No,
Okay.
he's never actually liked sleeping in the bed. So he sleeps on a little bed on the floor for his own bed.
Yeah.
He's happy to be like, you fuckers just do your thing. I'm going to be over here. He's 10 years old. He's 10. He's just like, whatever, man. Like, I'm over it. Like, it's cool.
Nice.
All right, bud.
Good
Well,
seeing you.
good to see you. Yeah, likewise. And hopefully see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See ya.
All right. Take care, dude.